Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of YouTube's premier Off the Clock Appliance Repair Talk for Off the Clock Appliance Repair Techs. Folks, welcome to ASTR 2024. I have the privilege, the honor, and the absolute pleasure of interviewing lead generation, although she hates that word, lead generation specialist, Roxanne Cross with the Appliance Repairmen. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are into getting more leads, tune in for tonight. If not, simply exit the video now. With that said, young lady, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you in person. We've always been just the double screen Zoom thing going.
When I met you, it was an ASTR
2020.
2020.
Year of our Lord, 2020. Yeah.
I was working an angle. I was like, look, I'm an up-and-coming YouTuber.
Yeah.
Would you like to come on my channel? And you were super like, absolutely. So from day one, you've been a friend and a comrade to the show. So I want to personally thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm always glad.
With that said, I want to bring my audience to Asti and tell them about Tom. So let's get right into, well, before I get into the interview, please introduce yourself.
Okay.
Forgive my horrible manners.
Okay. My name is Roxanne Cross. I work at a company known as the Appliance Repairmen. If you guys are longtime fans of the show, then you've definitely seen me before. Brother B and I have collaborated on many a video. And we, like he just said, met in ASTI 2020, and now we're here. You guys might be wondering why there's a casino behind us. It's because ASTI 2024 is in Las Vegas, Nevada. So here we are, having a good time and enjoying the scenery. So Brother B and I have connected because he likes to use the term lead generation. I'm not as fond of that because the term lead, as I always say, has a bad rap. I got a lot of guys.
Let's not get right into that though.
Oh, let's
start at the beginning.
Okay, you can't just throw out lead generation like that and not expect me to.
I'll give you a chance to articulate yourself.
All right, fair enough. Let's start from the top. So I'm Roxanne Cross, and I work at the Appliance Repairmen, also known as
the
TARM.
Appliance Repairmen. Who's TARM? What are they?
Appliance Repairmen is a company that does two things. We both service technicians as well as customers. So customers will call us up. They have an appliance that needs fixing. We will schedule an appointment with them. And so we get a technician out there to get their appliance fixed. That's how we take care of the customer base. The technician base that we use is that the technicians that are a part of our network, we give them access to our database where they're able to see all of the jobs that are booked within their area. And it's just as easy as them logging on and clicking on the jobs that they want. They take it, it's theirs. Go to the customer's home, do the service call, et cetera, et cetera. So we do both things. And my specific position at the company is that I am the manager of the tech recruiting department. So I'm always looking for technicians. Every time you guys have ever seen me on this channel, it's because I'm with Brother B telling him I need technicians. And your audience seems to respond really well to that because the main question is, how do I get more work? You've told me that before. That's one of the main questions you get.
Roxanne, thank you for the response and thank you for articulating that. But I gotta be honest with you.
Okay. On
this channel, it's a platform to advocate everything. I advocate signing up with the manufacturer. In fact, prior to you, I interviewed LG. And you know, they were looking for technicians, they were looking for service reps, whatever. I have a couple other interviews with some third-party warranty companies.
Fair.
I won't lie to you. My channel, I always tell my audience, listen, it's good to have a plethora of work coming in, because if in the event that one thing slows down, you got other options going on.
Absolutely.
So I won't tell my subscriber base that, like, you know, they should not look for other alternatives. I'm simply saying give lead generation a try. And if I'm understanding, I know you hate that word, I'm gonna give you a chance to explain it. But if I understand things effectively, you guys have your portal. Work gets to the portal. Guys get an alert. Hey, there's a job, and
Yeah.
then it's a first come, first serve basis.
Correct.
Am I correct so far?
So far, you're 100% on.
But there's a price affiliated with that lead, if you will.
Okay.
Please tell me about that.
What I always tell the customers, or sorry, what I always tell the technicians who call in looking for work, they generally have that question: how much is this going to cost me? How much are you going to charge me? And I always say to them, I don't charge you anything. The customer is the one that needs the service, and so they're the one who are paying for the service. The way the appliance repairman makes its money is by charging the customer the service call fee. So we keep a portion of the service call fee, and that's how we make our money. I never charge technicians. Both of us are making our money off of the customer. So we charge the customer the service call fee. We keep a portion of that. Usually it's $69.99. There are some exceptions, but that's the general rule. And anything above $69.99, there are several service calls that are higher than that. That goes to the technician. So any $15, $25, $50 difference, depending on the unit, we give it to the technician. And they are also entitled to anything that they make off of the repair. So they go out there and charge what they think is fair for parts and for labor. Whatever they can get the customer to pay, it's all theirs. And we don't ask for a dime of that. So they get their money from the customer, we get our money from the customer.
So let's go with the baseline price of, just for conversation reason, let's say it's $60 for the lead, right?
$69.99, yeah.
Okay, 70. You send the servicer the lead for $70. Now, once they go to the property or the home, do they set their own prices?
Absolutely. They charge what they think is fair for parts and for labor.
So, in sense, they can recover that $70 service fee and put it on the back end.
Put it on either their parts or their labor.
Upsell. What is it called when you
mark up the part?
Yeah, markup. Yeah. One
20,
too many.
10 to 20.
Vegas, but 10 to
20% is the average, but you can do whatever. I always tell guys, especially the ones that are new in the industry, will ask me, do you guys have a price guide? Do you tell us how much? I say, I don't get involved in your pricing. You charge what you think you can get away with, is what my terminology is. But what we do advise is keep your prices competitive. But outside of that, charge what you think you're worth. And if the customer is willing to pay it, you move forward, and that's all you're going to collect.
Now, the customer, do I retain the customer? You know, like say they're my customer and I have like a, monthly email subscription where I offer deals and promotions. Like, this customer is mine to follow up with and repair any of their future appliances. Is that correct?
We don't have a problem with you growing your business through us. So if at the end of the service call that you do with us, if you want to leave them your business card, flyer, refrigerator, magnet, whatever you got, and they call you next time, that just means you did a great job. We don't have a problem with that.
So in theory, I'm just looking for the benefits here, and I'm just piecing it together in my mind. So again, for $69.99, you provide the lead, you provide the job. I didn't have to do the marketing and the research for it.
No.
And I'm gonna recover. I'm already gonna price my repair price on top of the $70 that you guys charge.
Yeah.
And like that, I can make my money. Is that what you're saying?
Charge what you think you're worth.
And they'll use me in the future because they're my customers. They don't have to call Appliance Repairmen no more. They call me directly.
They can call you directly, and now you got yourself a customer.
Okay, I got another question for you.
Hit it.
Okay. What are some of the benefits associated? I know we spoke of free advertising, free marketing. You and I spoke once on an interview. I know you said something about you guys have like a warranty program.
Property management.
Yeah, if you don't mind, what's the benefits associated with the Appliance Repairmen?
Well, we already spoke about it, but I do want to reiterate the importance of the marketing and the advertising. I talk to guys, it's literally my job, I talk to guys all day, and I can't tell you how many I speak to who say that they've sunk in hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in trying the Google ad thing or the other advertising thing, and it just didn't work for them and they're out the money without having gotten the call. So that's a huge benefit. They don't have to worry about Marketing, advertising, or even scheduling. The job that you choose off the board is already scheduled. It's got a date and a time on it. And so if it fits into your schedule, you go ahead and take it. If it doesn't, you let us know. We'll try to make it work for you. The other benefit is outside. I mean, that's already a big one. You don't have to worry about the marketing. You don't have to worry about the scheduling. You just show up and do your thing. I always tell the guys, we're good at making appointments happen and you're good at fixing appliances. So it's a really good marriage. We do our job, you do your job. And so I think that's, you don't have to worry about where the next call is coming in. We're doing that for you.
And all this, and can you touch a little bit on the property management
property
stuff,
management.
if you don't mind?
Okay, sure.
It's something you guys got going on.
We have a separate branch of the company for property management. It's called the Appliance Repair Professionals. I'm representing the Appliance Repairmen, but we have the Appliance Repair Professionals. And that is property management and warranty. And so we're the middlemen. We're the point of contact between the company and the technician. So property management works a little bit differently. There are different technicalities to it. If any of your viewers are interested in property management, I can absolutely put them in touch with my guy. His name is Albert, the one who's in charge of that department. The benefit of property management, I can tell you, are a few. The work is very steady because that means that we already have a contract, whether it's with an apartment complex, a department store. They're always needing something. The work is very steady. The turnover rate is very high because a property management company that's sending a technician out to look at an appliance, they're just like, fix it. So you get the green light. I would say 80% of the time they just say fix it. As
long as you don't charge nothing outrageous.
Yeah, well, we actually have a not to exceed limit.
Okay.
And so if you're underneath that, we don't even have to ask for approval. You just get an automatic approval. And then beyond that, there's a little bit of negotiation.
Are those approval limits within like the normal going rates of things? Because
I believe ours is $250 if I'm not mistaken.
Well, there's an aspect of appliance repair that's called sealed system repairs.
Okay.
They're more like removing the compressor, putting Freon. So, certain licenses and materials associated with this.
Yeah.
Is every, if I do this property management program, will like your prices reflect the going rates of some of these jobs?
Yeah, the technician still is ultimately the one going out there and diagnosing the issue and figure out what parts it needs. And he's going to tell us, again, we're good at the scheduling and the marketing. You guys are good at the fixing repairs and the doing.
Yeah.
So he goes out there and he tells us the extent of the job, the intricacy, the parts that are needed. And so he quotes his price. If it's higher than that NTE, then we do have to seek approval. But again, you're talking to a company. You're not talking to a customer who's pulling out of their own pocket. The company just wants to fix so they get the customer off their back.
Right.
So they make it happen. So which I said, that's another huge benefit. We have like about a 70-80% turnover rate. And also, a lot of the guys I've spoken to who do property management, their complaint is, I had an invoice a company and they didn't pay me for 60 days, 90 days, 30 days. We pay the technician out of our own pocket. And then we invoice the company to reimburse ourselves. So as soon as that repair is done, you get paid and you're out the door and you're ready.
Let me move on to another question.
Okay, I'm ready.
Do you have particular areas, certain cities, demographics that you're really thirsty for? A guy or gal viewing this in that particular region, there's some opportunities there. They'll be like receiving a lot of work.
Yeah.
Do you have any particular areas?
Let me put it this way. There's little areas where I don't need technicians, but the major ones, all of California.
North to south.
North to south of California, Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington. I desperately need techs in Iowa. I have maybe one guy in the whole state, so that's money being left on the table.
Wow.
The unfortunate side of it with us is if a customer calls and they want to book an appointment and I don't have a guy out there, we got to say, sorry, I can't help you, and that's money being left on the table for all of us. So in the entire state of Iowa, Kansas City, St. Louis, Missouri, all of Pennsylvania, I always need technicians. The Buffalo, New York area, Long Island, New York, North Carolina, the northern part of South Carolina, all over Georgia. I know you have a very big base in Georgia. I always get Georgia technicians that know Brother B. Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Georgia.
All of Georgia, specifically.
Young lady, I don't want to, be too... I want to be humble with what I'm going to say, but TMM Appliance Network is not just limited to USA.
Oh.
Humbly speaking, we
I didn't know this.
Well, I could show you our YouTube analytics, but we have viewers from South Africa, we have viewers from Russia, Tokyo, different countries.
Okay.
Does the Appliance Repairmen branch out to other countries?
Unfortunately, not yet. We're only in the U.S. as of right now.
Nothing
Yeah.
South America, Mexico?
No, which is a shame too. I've had some guys from Canada call, but as of right now, we're only in the territorial U.S.
Okay.
I didn't finish my list.
Please, I'm so sorry. You said Texas, all of California.
I didn't say Texas. I said, well, I do the area of Texas.
You said the Carolinas.
Let me handle this.
Sorry. Sorry, guys.
Let me start over. So all of California, we need them in Phoenix, Arizona, all of Iowa is what I said.
Yeah.
In Omaha, Nebraska. I need them in Kansas City. I need them in St. Louis, Missouri, all of Pennsylvania, Buffalo, New York, Long Island. Ohio is definitely a hot spot. North Carolina, northern part of Southern Carolina, northern Florida, all of Georgia. You get the idea. It's a lot. Indiana, Indianapolis. There's very few places where I don't need guys because the work is there.
I have a good question for you.
Ooh, okay.
I want you to tell me a story of your most successful partner that has used your products. Give me a testimonial of a technician that you turned their lives around. They perhaps weren't seeing a lot of work, a lot of volume. Give me a story about how the Appliance Repairmen has helped a particular organization. Do you know?
I have several. The one that comes to mind, well, I have a big success story. A gentleman outside of South Florida. He started out just with us and he got the hang of it really quickly, and he realized that there's need for technicians all over the US. So he started recruiting his own technicians to come on board with his company, or he would actually send a technician out to live in these areas, and he would start taking jobs in those areas. And so now he's essentially nationwide. He has technicians from coast to coast.
Wow.
And then
all because of TRM.
All because we're the ones. He doesn't have to send a technician out there and then try to figure out how to get that technician work. The work is already there and waiting. He just has to get the technician out there. And another gentleman comes to mind, like maybe in the last couple of months, he talked to one of the guys in my department. He was literally crying,
wow,
saying that he needed the work. He had just arrived in the United States. He had just gotten his work permit and he had this set of skills and he didn't know how to get it. And he literally was crying when he called us. We got him signed up. Now he's working. He's taking jobs.
I got another question for you. I'm going to give you a little pushback.
Okay.
Don't beat me up, young lady.
I'll try not to.
You know that you're a friend of the channel.
Comrade.
Family to the channel. My colleague.
Yeah.
But, you guys, I'm going to tell you some of the stuff that's run across my comment section every time that I bring you on board.
Okay.
You guys keep all the service call, this and that. I mean, why even try to remember that? I'm sure you know of some of the typical misconceptions, or pushback that you get. Now's your chance to address it. You're gonna get some comments in this comment section, so now's your time to defend your product and talk about why you guys are the best at what you do.
The main one is that we keep all of the service call fee. That's not true. We keep $69.99 the service call fee, and there are several units that we price higher than that. And a lot of guys will ask me, what is the rationale behind the pricing? The truth is, considering the technician. So an easy example is a commercial unit. We charge $120 for the service fee for a commercial unit. Why? It's a big job. So if for whatever reason the technician goes out there and the customer doesn't want to do the repair, that guy spent 2 hours taking apart a big a big commercial freezer. He gets that $50 off of the top. So 120 minus the 70 that we keep, that's a $50 difference. We give that to him, and guess what? If he does do the repair, if he does get that repair,
keeps all of it.
He keeps the 50 plus what he charged.
Yeah.
So, but I do get a lot of pushback from guys who say, well, if the service call is priced at 70, it does happen. If it's priced at 70 and I go out there and the customer doesn't want to do the repair, that's not fair. I didn't make anything. But my answer to them is like, well, you accepted that job. I gave you the brand, appliance, symptoms. Our website even has a little feature that tells you exactly how far the job is from your home and the customer's home. And so it's on you. You have to make an educated guess. I don't know the industry, but technicians do. And my really seasoned guys can look at a work order and say, oh no, that's not worth my time. I'm not going to get the repair. That's going to need such and such part. I know that's hard to get. It's not worth it. So you have to have a little bit of insight when you choose these jobs and call on your experience to know if you're choosing the right jobs. And so what I say to them is like, I didn't make you go out there. You chose it.
Yeah.
You chose the job, and we don't get paid.
It's not forced on them.
No, if you want to take 0 jobs a month,
0 jobs.
You want to take 100 jobs a month, you take 100 jobs.
100.
And I also say to them, we only get the service call fee if the service call goes through. So what does that mean? That means that I am guaranteeing you a foot in the door,
right,
your hands on the appliance, and your opportunity to do your showmanship of selling the job. So part of it comes down to being a good salesperson too. And what I say to them is, if you're there, the appliance is taken apart, your tools are on the floor, everything's a mess, and you tell the customer, hey, for X amount of dollars, I'll get this up and running and you'll have your dishwasher back. If you package that up correctly, they will say yes. But you also have to be a good salesperson like in any industry. So that's what I always tell them. It's like, we got you as far as you could go. You got to pull it the rest of the way.
Roxanne, I'm going to give you the chance right now to defend yourself. Okay. You know, there's on YouTube and anything social media related, there's a digital footprint of everything that you've done 5 years ago, 6 years ago. And, you know, I only listed but one negative comment that's very frequent on my channel. I'm going to give you the opportunity now. Before they come in on the comment section,
before they come for me,
is there any other misconceptions? Is there any other myths, if you will, or any other, you know, any other stuff that's not necessarily true about the appliance repairman that you want to go on record and set the record straight? Do you have any? Now's your chance. Defend yourself now.
Oh, I'm thinking. I think probably the main one is the one that we just addressed. That they keep all of the service fee and they expect me to go out there free. I don't expect you to do anything. You chose the job. I didn't assign it to you. I didn't obligate you. There's no quota to fill. And you got to know how to read the work orders. You got to know how to schmooze the customer. You got to know how to sell the job. I would probably say that that's the main one. I'm waiting for you to bring up the lead generation thing, which, you know, I hate that.
Well, go ahead. Now's your time to defend yourself. Why? Look, in our industry, there's manufacturer leads. Okay. What are that? You buy a Samsung fridge, and within 1 year, the Samsung breaks. Samsung calls you and says, hey, go work on our customer's product. And Samsung pays you. There's SEO, where you put your website on Google, you put the right keywords, the right, you know, tags, if you will, and Google will optimize your website to get to the higher rankings. Okay. There's a million ways to generate leads in the appliance repair field, but lead generation is a thing, and this is where I come with a little humble pushback. That why you don't like to be called the lead generation company when that's technically what y'all do? You guys generate leads.
I don't like the term, I don't like the word lead specifically. I think that when it comes to that word, there's a semantic overload in that if you talk to the guys, which I do again all day, who have been through Angie's List, they've been through Home Advisor, they've been through Thumbtack, they've been through all of that. They all have the same story. Right off the bat, they ask me for a credit card. We do not do that. Why would I? I don't charge you anything. Our money comes from the customer. They asked me for a credit card. I paid a membership fee, a lead fee, this fee, that fee. In the end of the day, it was a bogus call that didn't pan out. They sold the same lead to me and 10 other guys, and I didn't even get it, and I paid either way. Some guys I've talked to pay up to like $25, $30 for a lead. So a lead is like a clue. Ours are not leads because it's an already booked job. You don't have to call the customer. You don't have to schedule anything. You know guaranteed that if you click that button, it's just you. You're not placing a bid. You're not competing with anybody else. As soon as you click it, if you're lucky enough to get to it first, the job is yours. And you didn't pay for that. You didn't pay me anything for that. I'm not going to ask you for payment information, credit card, nothing. So the term lead, guys, like I use the word bogus lead because that's something I hear a lot. Guys say, I got charged $35, called the customer, and she said, oh, no, never mind.
I just wanted to get a price check.
Yeah, and or I already talked to another guy.
Now I'm $35 in the hole.
And if you multiply that, the 10 leads they're sending you a day.
That's $350.
Yeah.
Young lady, what are the prerequisites? In order for me to become a member of the Appliance Repairmen and start receiving leads, what do I need?
You need to know what you're doing is the way I summarize it. A lot of guys will call me up, and girls will call me up and say, what kind of experience are you looking for? Do you need to be certified? So on and so on. There are some guys that I talk to that went to school and did the whole bit, which is fantastic. And then I have guys who just learned in their garage because their grandpa taught them. And if you can go out there, if I can dispatch you to a call, and when you get out there, you are able to quickly and efficiently troubleshoot the issue, know what needs to be done, know what parts to get, you're the guy that I want to talk to. If you have fancy certifications and diplomas on the wall, fantastic. If a customer calls us up looking for someone who is specifically certified in a particular brand, we'll send you. We can't send the other guy. But that's not necessarily what we're looking for. I just need a guy who's ready to work and who knows what he's doing. So that's the first bit. You need to be able to provide valid photo ID. You need to be able to pass our routine background check. And you have to have your own tools and transportation. Outside of that, it's all you.
No down, no credit card, no deposits, no upfront money.
No credit check, no nothing.
Now, I do the job, I show up. How does the customer pays you and then you pay me? How does that work?
The customer gives us their credit card in order to hold the appointment, and we inform them that that credit card is what we're going to use to charge them the service fee. That's that. When it comes to the parts and the labor, the customer is informed that they can arrange payment directly with the technician. I have technicians that have their credit card swiper. It's a great thing to have. Everybody should. But I also have guys that accept Cash App, Apple Pay,
Zelle,
PayPal, Zelle, all that stuff.
Venmo.
Check, old-fashioned cash.
Yeah.
You know, it's between you and the customer, whatever payment method you and the customer agree upon. And so you're pulling away from that customer's home with the money in your pocket.
But I don't got to worry about then going back to the Appliance Repairmen and paying y'all. Y'all already took all that.
Fee. Yep.
We're getting to the end of our appointment, of our interview here, and thank you so much. My last question is harp on the areas that you need one final time.
Okay. I'll go from
east to west. Start at the east. East
okay.
to the west.
West Coast is the best coast,
no,
but all right.
Not. East Coast.
From California.
Or east first.
Okay, east. From top to bottom. Buffalo, New York, Long Island, New York. I need them all over New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, and Philadelphia always. I need them in Rhode Island. I need them in Connecticut. I need them in Maryland. I need them in North Carolina, the northern points of South Carolina.
Anything in Georgia?
I need them in Georgia. I need
Florida?
I need them in northern Florida, especially from Orlando upwards.
Okay.
I need them in Georgia. I need them in Kentucky. I need them in Tennessee. I need them in Ohio. I need them in Indiana. I need them in Illinois. I need all 50 states, pretty much, almost. Not all 50.
What about Hawaii?
I need them in Hawaii, Big Island. There are a couple states where we don't service. We don't do North, South Dakota. We don't do Alaska,
same Virgin Islands, Guam, and all that.
No, we don't service those. So it's just the continental sort of U.S.
Not Alaska.
We don't do Alaska, but we do Hawaii. We need them in Colorado. We need them in Utah. We need them in. You guys are getting the picture. I need technician. If you're in the on U.S. soil, wherever you're standing, chances are I need a technician. I will send Brother B the complete list of the cities and states where I need them. So if you check in the box below, that list will be there because, look, the jobs are there. The money's on the table. They just got to take it.
Finally, let's wrap this up. How can we get a hold of you for more information? You sold us. We're interested.
Yeah.
How can we reach out to you now?
You can go to our website, which is www.11appliance.com. You have to include the www. You can contact my team directly. Again, I'll have Brother B put all this down below at 855-290-1600. You're going to talk to me or either one of my two guys they're helping me. I'll also include my Facebook and Instagram handles as well. So you guys, it's not hard to get a hold of me. It's really not. But the phone number is probably the best way to start.
Young lady, I done have you on my program 1 or 2 times, but it's always a pleasure.
I think it's actually maybe this might be the 5th now.
I'd also like to go live and tell the community maybe they'll see more of you.
Still in negotiation.
There was an opportunity presented to Mrs. Cross about being one of our separate anchors. So You've always been a friend here. It's good to see you at the ASTR. Safe travels back to
Thank
Nicaragua.
you. Mm-hmm.
And guys, reach out to her. She's a friend to the channel, and I'm here just to highlight these organizations and bridge the gap with the people who couldn't make it to ASTR.
We have to tell them about how much fun we had at the trade show yesterday. You guys are going to get to see that video too. You and I went around to every booth saying hi to people. We had a blast. It was a lot of fun.
I'm gonna drop that now in the upcoming week or two.
Yeah.
But I'll drop piece by piece.
Piece
like maybe
well, whenever you guys get around to see it, I think it'll show on the screen how much fun we were having. And going around booth to booth and bringing Asti to whoever couldn't be there. That was a great time. I really enjoyed that as well.
Young lady, thank you for being on the channel.
Thank you for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Go on over to
www.11appliance.com, 855-290-1600. You can find me on Instagram at Tech Talk with Rox. Just give us a call, ask for Roxanne, or one of my guys will take care of you. The jobs are there. You guys just have to come and get them.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Live from the ASTR. YouTube's premiere, Off the Clock, Appliance Repair Talk with Off the Clock Appliance Repair Techs. We're your hosts with the most. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you was with us. Love,
Appreciate it.
peace, harmony.